Speed in video games is fun. Like, really fun. Growing up, I loved games where you were given the ability to go fast, and a lot of my childhood games were games like Sonic the Hedgehog, ranging from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, the Unleashed game where you turn into an even more furry Sonic, and the infamous Sonic 06.
This still fucking exists? Not anymore. I'm taking matters into my own hands.
Come back.
Yeah! 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 Much better. Man, what the fuck happened? Dude, this was good shit! What, you got a problem with this?
I'm aware both Unleashed and 06 are both a bit controversial, but as a kid, I didn't really care. I just enjoyed the fact I could run really fast, ignoring the night stages. Though I will say those mock speed sections were merciless as a kid.
Oh, I'm gonna...
Listen, you dastardly Bryants! Give it to me, because I am going to do this level. You clearly cannot...
So today I want to talk about a couple of games that incorporate speed, either intentionally or unintentionally. I don't want the video to last too long, so I'll only talk about a couple, then list a bunch off at the end of the video. But I will try to talk about these in bite-sized segments to keep the video fairly short. So to start off, let's take a look at a classic speed game, and my analytical data. As you can see here, it's a sausage fest, and the majority of you here are probably around the same age as me, so I'm sure a lot of you remember the era of when YouTube commentary channels would use background footage of not just CS GO Surf, but also games like Clustertruck, watching people try and speed through these levels, probably talking about the latest drama or person that annoyed them. And to quickly go off topic, I have all the achievements on Clustertruck, right, as you can see here. Most of them aren't really that bad, but that achievement right there, called Pure, that was the bane of my existence. You had to beat the entire game with no abilities, no double jump, no time slow, no grappling hook, just pure skill, which I lack. Anyway, aside from achievements that make me want to pull my hair out, the game is really enjoyable to both watch and play. Trying to speedrun this game to beat your previous time can actually be really exhilarating when you finally beat it, until you end up eventually being faster than the trucks. Sometimes the problem with being faster than the speed of light is that you can only live in darkness. So how does one go about making a speed-based platformer even more fun? You add swords, of course. In Ghostrunner, you basically play as Genji from Overwatch if they actually decided to add story mode instead of just sticking with PvP. Also, take a look at this play I got as Genji this one time. Anyway, Ghostrunner has been one of the most enjoyable games I've been playing at the moment. The movement is just so fluid, and trying to dodge all the bullets firing at you as they progressively get harder really makes you think on your feet. What's also great is how quick the respawn mechanic is. Just one button press as soon as you're ready to try again and again and again, until eventually you get through that segment to find that was the final section of the level, and that it inflated your death count so much to the point that you have to do the level again so you don't get embarrassed from your friends seeing your death count on such an easy level. All in all, I just think the game is pretty cool. It's got everything I enjoy: speed, wall running, ninjas, and of course, grappling hooks. You zip here, there, everywhere. It's a nice and easy way to save yourself from a fall, like how it saved me in this run here. Now, at this point in the video, you might expect me to segue into talking about some older classical speed games, such as Hotline Miami or Quake, but everyone already knows about those games, and there are so many other games that, at least in my opinion, deserve so much more attention, such as this little cute game here I found when I used to play on Xbox. Sorry, Snowy fans. This game here is called Speedrunners. It's a cute little game developed by Double Dutch Games and published by Tiny Build. You know, the guys who published that funny Hello Neighbor game? The ones that begged MatPat to do a theory on their game. Ignoring that, Speedrunners is kind of what it says on the box. You have an array of characters you can unlock by playing the story and using multiplayer to have a battle race with gadgets, boosting, and everyone's favorite, grappling hooks. Again, I don't personally play this game as much as I have the others, mostly because I prefer 3D games, but I had to include at least one 2D game in here. Also, it's probably because I have no friends who actually want to play it with me. But otherwise, I think it's a really cool game that deserves a bit more attention. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is doing very well for itself. With a couple of peaks here and there, it's generally in a pretty healthy state. But come on, they even have a DLC where you can play as 2018 peak YouTubers like Milkiplier, Brofist Guy, and Cinnamon Cooked Bread, and some other people that I never really personally watched. Now maybe you don't want a racing game, or you think the levels for some of these games are too long and you just want something quick and not too hard. Well, do I have a game for you. Neon White, both the name of the game and the main character, is a fun little speed platformer, which utilizes cards for your method of attack and a trade-off for using unique abilities. It's also got some visual novel aspects and relationships you can form with other characters around, where every character is named after their hair color and pronouns. My personal favorite, of course, being the classic alt girl who's got a hint of crazy.
Shut the hell! Let's see how much you like talking without a tongue, bastard!
You've also got the comic relief best friend.
You kick a lot of demon ass.
Like it was nothing.
I'm telling you, bro, with our, combined powers, those demons are donezo.
And of course, the hot redhead dummy mommy.
Can't believe God himself decided to bless me with the thing I love most. A completely clueless boy.
This isn't fun for me, you know.
Well, it is for me. We could have been lovers in life, and you'd be none the wiser.
Anyway, moving away from that, as it's maybe a topic for another day, the platforming in the game during the first few levels is pretty slow, but respectfully, the game does have to teach you how to play, so I'll let it off for now. Once you get to the last stage of the first section though, it starts to pick up a little bit, especially if you're really pushing for those ace medals. Also, side tangent, I went exploring around the map a little bit, and I found you can actually kind of explore the boat a little bit, which I just think is a nice little touch. Speaking back onto that medal system though, it's really cool in my opinion. As the levels are short and easy to beat, it's easy to quickly see your rank right after and then see how you did compared to your friends, really driving the competitive value. As you can see here, some of my friends were a bit better than me, so I retried the level a couple of times until I finally beat their time, only to find a much harder next level that they got an even better time on, which I then struggled with beating. Similar to Ghostrunner 2, this game has a nice and quick restart system just by pressing F, then space right after to get back into the game. I would occasionally double tap space, making me jump at the start and lose time, but just another quick press of F made me learn my lesson. I think in the future it'd be really fun to do a deeper analysis of this game. I'm not really that deep into it yet, but when I am, I might look at doing a longer form video, taking a deeper look at the lore and enjoyment of this game. Now, of course, there are many other games I could talk about, but like I said earlier, I want to keep the video short, so what I'm going to do is list a few games that incorporate speed, which I think are at least worth looking at. Think of them like honorable mentions. Some of the games I'd recommend are Ultra Kill, Super Meat Boy, the majority of games on the Source engine, so CSGO, TF2 Rocket Jumping. I know this technically doesn't count, but it's my list, so shut up. Titanfall 2, Celeste, Super Hot, kinda. And of course, both Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales. There are likely some really good ones I've missed here too, so anyone that can make a list in the comments, I'll pin it. Anyway, thanks for watching, subscribe so I can get monetized. Bye bye!